going to do is I'm going to build this little arch right here and bring it down like that. Okay, let me kind of show you. So this way it kind of, I need to bring that down just a hair right there. But when I got my groove here, of course I'm going to be sanding this down once it dries, but see how I'm making that little arch go in? You can kind of see it, like, you know, when I put my finger down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush it that way and brush up along here and get that all up in there and make my form, okay? And then that'll create my structure for the diffuser, this little slat. And same thing here, I'm gonna go ahead and put that washer down and, you know, fiberglass that in, and then put this over the top. And then, like I said, I could just go through and just drill the hole. I know exactly where it needs to be, and then I can flatten it out later on when the time comes. So that's basically what I'm gonna do. I've been trying, oh, man, guys, I've been really trying to get out here and working on the car, but work has been insane. I mean, just everybody's calling in sick, you know, and just let's just put it this way: nobody knows how to run anything anymore. You know, we've had a crazy week. Also, you saw flight disruptions from that software update, and you know, it's just, I know what's going on, and you tell people they don't want to listen to you, but it's, yeah, you know, and then, you know, like the Secret Service is coming under attack because, man, all that information, they just really dropped the ball. Same thing at work. It's all people up in the management area. You know, they're just hiring. You know, they're doing the DEI hiring. That's all it's to it. In Texas, after that hurricane came through, it took them, you know, a whole freaking week, and still they didn't get some power up to people. I mean, you know, something's not right. What's going on? You know, it's really diversity hiring. Maybe it's lack of pay too, and people just don't want to work as hard. I don't know. But either way, I see it in my job too. People just, you know, they're getting into positions that they shouldn't be in. They have no business being in the positions they're in, and it's really affecting the workflow. And I don't know, but you know, the good people that want to get hired and move up, they apply, but they don't get the position. It's always diversity hiring. I could go on and on and on and on, but it needs to change. You know, like that software update that crashed, you know, from CrowdStrike and all that. Why isn't there real programmers and stuff vetting this before they released it? We all know what it is. We all know what it is. And systems are going to start crashing more and more and more because there's only like really 10% to 25% of people actually doing all the work. Everybody else has an administrative job, or, you know, something else, completely else. So it needs to change. We need to start hiring people for the right positions and keeping them there. Anyway, this is kind of why I'm kind of showing this channel. I know it's not the exact way to do things, but at least I'm trying it and doing it and learning. And just, I want to show people to try and do something, you know. There's only a handful of us that work with our hands anymore. And I'm just trying to show people to go and try and learn. And, you know, most people don't even want to do that anymore. So, when we need people like this that can work with their hands and, you know, and do a lot of stuff for yourself. I know a lot of people that can't fix little things around their house, you know, and it's just, YouTube is, you know, full of wealth of information. You can watch somebody else to do something and then go and do it and try it, you know, at least try it, you know. Things I don't suggest is maybe if you're an amateur very, very amateur electrician, you know, study a little bit more. Just don't go touching wires or anything like that. You know, stay safe. But on that note, like this, you can do it. You can do it, okay, guys? All right, I'm gonna go get me a little cup, stirring cup, and then we'll come back and get this laid down. Mix up some goodness. Let's not get too much. Just a little bit, squirt like that. You know, I should use measuring cups and actually for what do they call? They go by weight, so they weigh it out and then use the hardener. But you know, if I was like a professional doing this all the time, I would invest in, you know, doing stuff like that. But I don't have the scratch to do that, for one. And then, you know, this is a one-time thing. This is because after this car is done, I don't think I'm going to be doing another vehicle anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? So alright, get some good old stuff up there. Try and do it like this. Get my little groove the way I want it. Alright, we'll try that. Let's go ahead and try and do our little area like this first. So just kind of hold it up on the side a little bit and tap it in, okay? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's just get it all put down, and then we'll lift it up off of. Okay. And then we can create our little groove there. Here we go. Yeah, I don't like complaining, but I don't know. I just have a really bad feeling that, you know, something's going to happen. Really bad to where it's going to be the people that actually work with their hands and everything. They're going to be the ones that are, you know, rewarded handsomely here soon, because we know people can't just do things for themselves, you know. So I have a feeling that's what's going to happen, because people are going to rely off of the people that are doing the majority of the work. So and then they're going to be making bank, because they'll be almost to charge anything they want. And we're already starting to see that. I was talking to some coworkers, and they, you know, she was hiring some landscapers, you know, just to do some tree trimming and little things around, you know, the yard. And they wanted $1,800 just for them to come out and trim a tree. And a lot of it's just, you know, for her, it's a little bit more in age and getting up there and, you know, getting up on the ladder and stuff. I understand that. I totally understand. But, you know, that just seems like it's highway robbery to do that. You know, especially the people that are, you know, older and can't take care of themselves. But on the same note, where are the kids? You know, I'm all for, you know, helping out your family and stuff like that too. So, and that's another thing, you know, another issue. Why can't the kids come over and do it for her? I don't know. It's just a whole different world than what I grew up in. I grew up in the country though, so we were taught to do that type of stuff to help out our family and neighbors and stuff like that. I'm always running around here helping my neighbors, you know, and I have no issue helping them. You know, I don't want to be taken advantage of, don't get me wrong, but you know, I don't mind helping them, and because that's what neighbors are supposed to do. So, all right, let's put some oil down in here. Let's see if we can let that kind of soak through some of these areas that. Okay. Like I said, we're just trying to build this up. All right. Just over here. There we go. Just trying to get that basic form. Okay. We'll come back and reshape. Do what we have to do later on. Alright, let's see here. Okay. I think that's looking pretty good. See if we can show it. So you can kind of see how I'm building out that little arch there. Of course, I'm going to have to build it up, you know, some more and shape it. Alright. Now we'll go over to this other side. So on this corner, I'm going to put one layer down, okay? And then once it really hardens up, I'm going to kind of cut the shape I want. Just get my scissors. Cut the shape I want. And then from there, then I can start laying more and more, you know, fiberglass. And as you notice, I'm using the weave on this one. So resin down in the cracks a little bit more. Have it seep down in. That nice strong bond. A little bit from the back. Thing really. All right, you can start to see the shape that we're going for. So now that I did this side, what I can do is I can take a little bit of that, not the bond glass, and then we can come up and shape it up through there now with this section after it dries. So I did 4 layers. I'm going to cut off the excess, you know, shape it how I want. Cut off the excess, and then, you know, start shaping it from there. I am thinking, now that I'm doing this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fiberglass this way a little bit, right? Once it dries, of course I have to flip it over. But once I fiberglass this side and then everything, I'm going to cut this section off, and that way it's just going to stick coming out, and it'll show the whole body panel. I saw, you know, I think that would look the best for the body lines, and there's not very many, you know, there's just not very many people, or what am I trying to say? There's just not very many diffusers made for these cars. a few that I have found, you know, and I'll show them here while I'm talking. They're custom made, of course. And then on top of that, you can't buy them, you know. There is one place that does make the diffuser, okay? But they don't sell the diffuser by itself. You basically have to take your car there to get it custom made, and they'll use that diffuser. So, you know, I don't know. I've never seen a diffuser in real life on a Corvette, on a C3 Corvette. Picture-wise, as you know, you can kind of see going through these photos. Some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are really like retro modi though. I mean, they look a little too new. They don't look like it fits the car. This black one right here, the post right now, that's my favorite. You know, that's like straight out of Batman. Yeah, this one's just badass. That's kind of the one I kind of wanted to take a little more inspiration from. You know, I'm building my own. You know, I got my own ideas. You know, and then maybe once it's all done, and if it looks really good, if somebody knows how to come over and make molds, you know, come over and make a mold, and maybe we'll sell it. You know. You know, the high-end fiberglass people. We'll see how it turns out, you know. So, we'll see. Because I think we definitely need diffusers for these cars if you're not running the spare tire, because it creates that big parachute in the back. So, overall, like I said, we're looking... So, overall... You know, we're looking real good. We got that nice smooth channel. I mean, it's not smooth. It will be. But you see how it just kind of, I want it to flow with that body line kind of right through there. You'll see. It still needs a lot more work. So this is going to take a little bit to dry. I patched up a little bit more here to make that a little more sturdy. It was a little more flexible than I'd liked. So I put a little extra in that area there. So like I said, now we got that kind of that smooth look. Now we can come through and smooth all of this out, and we're going to use a lot of that bond glass and sand down and start making it smooth, and the angles I want. And then after all that's smoothed out and everything, then we can go ahead and build my slats for the, you know, for the other diffuser slats. So, but I need to get this kind of shaped and formed first before I get too crazy. Like I said, I need to find out what kind of shape, I'm going after. All right, so there's that. All right, and we'll come back and we'll do this side. You know, we'll do 4 or 5 layers on that side, and then we'll see where we go from there. You know what I'm gonna do? Let this dry. I'm gonna let that set up, and then I'm gonna come along and see where the mold is right through there, and I'll cut along that line, and then that way I'll get that nice smooth transition. So I'll take this out, take this section out, and go from there. Okay, well, that's about as much as we can do today, and we'll come back. You can kind of start seeing the shape, the form. All right, thanks for following me. Like I said, I'm trying to get more content to you guys, but everything's just wacky doodle, and you know, it's just between work and then coming home, and you know, it's just too much right now. So the weather's still freaking hot. Not as bad, but still hot. So once again, I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. I know sometimes it probably gets boring just seeing the same stuff over and over and over again, but this is real. This is what really goes into doing this. You know, I don't want to speed it up and, you know, just go down and, you know, and then 30 minutes later in a video, oh look, we got a diffuser. Yeah, that took, you know, 3 weeks to build. So, you know, that's what I'm trying to stay away from. All right, kind of makes sense. You know, people that already know how to do body work, fiberglass work, you know, it's just probably boring to them, but might be interesting because I'm doing something different. But anyway,